a developing story that could impact thousands of state workers in Connecticut and the state budget.
Leaders from more than 15 state workers unions are meeting to talk about the possibility of concessions to try to stop thousands of state layoffs. The wheels are in motion for more than 1,000 state employee pink slips next month. Negotiations with the 16 state employee unions have been going on for 9 months. The governor's office says that in absence of $700 million in concessions on salaries, raises, and benefits, a total of 4,200 state employees will have to go. This would be in addition to the approximately 2,000 that lost their jobs last year and the major concessions in 2009 and 2011.
These are legal requirements in contracts with respect to the giving of notice. I remain hopeful that we'll reach an agreement. It's always hard. It always takes a long time.
State employees.
Tonight, for hours, heads of more than a dozen state labor unions have been meeting behind closed doors talking about possible concessions that could put a dent in the state budget hole and possibly head off some layoffs. News 8's Bob Wilson live for us in Hartford tonight with the latest on the tense budget battle at the Capitol. Bob.
Yeah, you know, I've been going back and forth with some of the union leaders in there, and they don't want to talk about it right now. They say they really need to keep this together moving forward. However, it's a difficult spot to be in. The state wrote checks years and years ago that they can't cash now, and stuck in the middle are the unions.
Tonight, union leaders describing the discussions as tense but respectful, as both sides are in a difficult spot. The state needs the 16 unions to give back more than $700 million, or they will be forced to lay off about 4,000 employees to balance the budget. The first round of layoffs are in the beginning stages.
If there is an agreement with the state employee unions that might avoid layoffs in exchange for concessions, then these notices would be rescinded.
In a statement released by Carmen Rhoda, president of the local Judicial Professional Employees Union, who is inside tonight's meeting, says, quote, "We want the same thing as everyone else, to support our families and to be treated fairly. Politicians can't keep balancing the budget on the backs of state employees." Other unions say they have done their part in the past, and the state leaders are going back to the same well too often.
State employees have given back $1 billion, and so, you know, they've been through this before, and we just need to let it play its out.
Some of the union leaders say they know how this is going to play out. They've been through this before, time and time again. They say actually it's very circular. The record is broken. Before, it was 2,000 jobs they lost just last summer. Now they're looking at losing 4,000 jobs to lay off, and they want $700 million in concessions in salaries, benefits, and raises. People of Connecticut say it's embarrassing. The state just keeps running the coffers dry.
It's discouraging. A lot of taxes, high taxes, and not a lot of reward.
A lot of people are moving out of here. My friends are moving down to North Carolina, South Carolina. Something got to happen here. Somebody got to calm down with the taxes. You know what I mean? Somebody. You all right? I mean, it's brutal.
It's a difficult position for everyone involved in the state because, you know, these promises that were made to the unions, these contracts were negotiated years and years and years ago, and now it's kind of keep compounding, rolling forward, and the state trying to deal with it the best they can. These negotiations are going to continue, and they'll ramp up as they get closer to the deadline. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live, News 8.